Hello everyone, welcome to Madridista Notes. We just won against Valencia 2-0 at the Santiago Bernabeu. It was a dominating performance from Real Madrid, even though in the first half we were dominating and creating some great goal scoring opportunities. The wastefulness in front of the goal, just like against the match against Real Sociedad, Asensio and Vinicius couldn't convert their chances, and it finished the first half. We finished nil-nil. So it felt like more of the same story. It can happen again, another nil-nil. It was looking a little bit pessimistic, but in the second half, the players came out with better mentality. They fizzled out during the later parts of the first half, but with second half, players came out with some venom. It was much needed, really breath of fresh air. The goal from Asensio was a vintage Marco Asensio goal. He really went back. It felt like we went back to 3 years past where Asensio used to score those magnificent goals. It was like he only used to score this kind of goals, this kind of curlers, this kind of just screamers. So that was trademark Marco Asensio goal. And for the second half goal, for the second goal, Karim Benzema unleashes Vinicius on the left hand side. Vinicius dribbling his way through and with an impeccable finish 2-0 to Real Madrid. After that, we had some trouble with injuries too. I think Militao and Benzema were taken off, subbed off as a precaution by Carlo Ancelotti because they looked like they pulled something and they were holding their legs. So I hope they both are all right because we need them. Militao is the best defender in our team, and Karim Benzema is our captain, legend, and of course the best player in Real Madrid. So let's check out some of the statistics in this team to give us some kind of idea how dominating Real Madrid were. So from the get-go, we can see that with 71% possession, we had the lion's share of possession, and Valencia with a 29% possession. So we totally dominated them in this category, and the total shots Real Madrid came up to 19 shots. Valencia with only 4 shots. We created four big chances. I think two of those big chances fell to Vinicius, one of them to Benzema, one of them to Asensio. From those big shots, big chances, I think we only the only big chance that was utilized was I think by Vinicius. That's it. And there it is. We missed three big chances. Valencia didn't create any big chances, so they didn't have the opportunity to miss a big chance anyway. With 92% pass accuracy, it's understandable. We have Modric and Cruz in our team. Valencia with 80% pass accuracy. We committed 12 fouls to Valencia 17 fouls, and you could see how bad the fouling was from Gabriel Paulista that he got a direct red card and it was a kick out. It was a nasty foul, and I think he's gonna get a deserved three-match ban. Corners are same, so it doesn't even matter. Let's see. We out of those 19 shots, only seven were on target, six shots were off target, and six shots were blocked. And couple of those blocked shots were goal-saving blocks. One from Gabriel Paulista, and there was another one that Benzema shoot. That was another really great block. So Valencia tried their level best with their life, but and because they will be playing their level best too, I think we played Valencia at the best time because right now they are a relegation threatened team, and relegation threatened team during the later part of the season plays really hard with their life on the line. And They recently sacked their manager. They haven't really employed a new manager yet, so no new manager bound. So perfect time to play Valencia when they are totally down and out. 731 passes from Real Madrid, 676 are accurate from them. In opposition half, we had 394. In own half, 282. That's impressive from Real Madrid. That means that we played more time on opposition half. 90% accurate long balls. That really great. That's really great. We need to keep this consistency and dominate the teams in La Liga because the kind of refereeing decisions, the refereeing standard in La Liga, I really hate watching La Liga a lot of times. Let's check out some defensive stats. We have won 12 tackles, 67% of the tackles. That's good. In 9 interceptions, that's a really good amount too. 2 blocks, 9 clearances. So Courtois didn't have to do anything tonight. As you can see, Valencia were toothless. Courtois with 0 saves. That's really great for us. We won 57 duels. We won 54% of the ground duels, 73% of the aerial duels. So our aerial prowess has been good. As Rodiger, Nacho, Militao did their job, we can understand from this stat. And that's the red card from Valencia. So all in all, it was a really, really good match for Real Madrid. I'm really happy with the match. To be honest, I would say Benzema got 2 assists and he gets an I think for me here in this fourth mock app, Benzema has gotten an 8.5. For me, he gets an 8. Vinicius, because of that goal, I would give him a 7.5. He had been wasteful too in the first half. I wouldn't give him an 8. Asensio, I would give him a 7.5 to Cruz, I would give a 7. To Modric, I would give, I think, a 7. Ceballos gets an 8 from me. Camavinga, an 8. Rudiger, a 7. Militao, a 7. Nacho Fernandez, a 7.5. Courtois, a 7. I would give Daniel Carvajal, a 6.5. Rodrigo, I would give a 7. He played really well. However much time he got, he impacted. He was lively. He was fresh. He was really electric. I really like Rodrigo when he's playing down the middle. It brings out the best in him whenever he's playing through the middle or from the left. Chouameni gets a 6 from me. Valverde didn't get much of a time, but 6.5 from me. Those are my player ratings. So all in all, it was a really tidy performance from Real Madrid, to be honest. We didn't let Valencia get behind our defense. Our defensive work rate has been great. Defensively, we looked solid, even though we had two makeshift fullbacks in Nacho Fernandez and Camavinga. Camavinga didn't really play as a traditional fullback. He was more like a wing back. He was most of the time on the opposition half. I think, Rudiger and Ceballos helped him out a lot on the defensive duties, and we really need to help out Camavinga on those cases because he's just um, playing as a left back because we don't have any other option until David Alaba comes back. And Ancelotti has said in his press conference that David Alaba is going to be back during the Club World Cup. So until then, Kamavinga is going to be used as the left back, and I think that's a good idea because he has been playing really great football. And I think the continuity in the team will give Kamavinga more and more confidence. And we have to talk about Dani Ceballos. The more chances Carlo Ancelotti is giving Dani Ceballos, the more he is shining, the more he is showing what he is made of. I think we really need to make sure that we tie him down to a new contract. We really need to make sure that because with Modric and Kroos coming to an end of their career, right now we have four midfielders. I think we should shape our midfield future with those four: Camavinga, Chouameni, Valverde, Ceballos, and I think one of Barella. I think Jude Bellingham is going to Liverpool. Enzo Fernandez has been already snapped by Chelsea with an 8.5 year contract, so he's not coming to Real Madrid anytime soon. I think we should look towards Nico Barella in future. whenever that opportunity arises. So Ceballos, the kind of performances, the kind of rate of form he is right now, it would be a waste if we cannot convince him to continue with Real Madrid, because the kind of qualities he has, other than Camavinga and Modric, I don't think any other player in the team has those line-breaking passing um, capabilities. Even Kamavinga doesn't have that. Ceballos, with his line-breaking passes, with his dribbles from the middle of the pitch towards the box, he has been a breath of fresh air totally. When Modric and Valverde has been suffering from a lack of form, it has really helped us massively that Ceballos has been great form, and I think he deserves all the praise he has been getting. Courtois didn't have to do much. Nacho did his job well from the fullback role. Carvajal, after coming back from injury, I think it really helped that Valencia didn't have any threat when they went for the offensive. Their offensive gameplay was really below par. You can understand why they are a relegation threatened team. They are not some team like an offensive juggernaut. I think Carvajal getting those minutes was beneficial to him. Before the injury, he had a terrible match against Barcelona. He was really bad. I think he needs to get back into his best physical condition, because the Champions League knockout matches are coming on. We have Copa del Rey semi-final. We will need Carvajal in his best form if we are to advance deep into Champions League and get that elusive Copa del Rey trophy once more. I don't want to lose to Barcelona once again this season. We already lost to Barcelona once. If and right now Barcelona is flying. If we can beat them in those Copa del Rey matches, I think we can make a hole in their boat. Their boat is running really well and fast right now. We need to make sure we somehow can derail their season. We need to derail Barcelona's season, because they're high really fly in La Liga right now. They are picking up 3 points every single match day. We are 5 points behind Barcelona right now, and so I think they will lose points, and it's not like we are going to lose points too. But we need to make sure we lose less points, and for that we need our best players in their impeccable physical form, and then the better football will arrive naturally. Rudiger and Militao's um, partnership has been getting better and better. In the beginning, after the World Cup, it didn't look like they had the best of communication. It felt like we were really missing David Alaba, but with the continuity between these two players, I think it's helping us a lot to. So I think if Militao is fit, because he went out, he was subbed off because he wasn't really. I think it was precaution. So I think the center back duo of Militao and Rudiger should be continued. And when David Alaba comes back, he should be transitioned into the left back role with Kamavinga back into the midfield. We will need his energy in the midfield, and we need to keep our midfield depth high, because midfield is the engine of the team, and we need to rotate that midfield and keep it fresh into the Champions League nights and and the La Liga matches too. In midfield, Cruz. He was good. He was not some extraordinary, but he was good enough, and he kept the ball rolling. He kept it ticking on. Modric still isn't back to his best, but the signs are looking better. He is getting better and better after match by match. Ceballos, of course, one of the best performers after Benzema and Camavinga. And in attack, Vinicius was wasteful in the first half. He didn't really impress me at all. But in the second half, he really recovered. And I think he needs to really continue his form in front of the goal. The kind of problems Vinicius faces with the clinical finishing. Vinicius is not a finisher who is clinical. He sometimes misses really good goal scoring opportunities, which hurt us against Real Sociedad in the last La Liga match. But we need Vinicius to get back into his scoring form that we saw last season. So Vinicius gets into those good positions. I just hope that in the future, when we are playing really crunch Champions League matches, like in the final of Champions League last match, he got one good opportunity and he put it away. He Vinicius gets back into that kind of form. On the other side, Marco Asensio in the first half he didn't impress much too, but in the second half he came into his vintage Marco Asensio from 4 years back when he used to score from those screamers. So he scored from another screamer, and it was a really, really great goal. It was a magnificent goal. It opened the floodgates, even though we didn't make a route. We should have made a route at least three, four goals after Valencia went to uh, 10 players, but I think the players did their best. It was just Valencia did some really good last ditch tackles and everything like that. Our next match, let's check out who will be playing. It's in La Liga, our next fixture, and it's against Mallorca. Let's check out the table. I think Mallorca is another team. Oh, they are right now in mid-table. Out of 19 matches, they're comfortably in mid-table. This kind of teams, I think it's best to play them right now. They're comfortable. They are not facing any relegation threat, and their recent form hasn't been much to talk about. 2 wins, 3 L's. So even though it's an away match, I expect Real Madrid to pick up the 3 points and keep the pressure on Barcelona. Barcelona, sooner or later, they will lose points, and we need to capitalize on those points to lessen the points gap between Barcelona and Real Madrid right now. Right now, Barcelona is on 50 points. We are on 45. In future, we need to somehow cut that gap. And with 19 match days to go, I think we can cut it back. The signs are there. Our gameplay is getting better. Our players are getting back into form. I think in March and April, we will see the best kind of form of our team. It's just that if this team can keep their physical shape that long, because we will be playing three matches every three one match every 3 days until the, I think, international break in April. Oh, not April, at the end of March. So every 3 days there will be a match, and these players are not really robots, they are not engines, so they will need some rest in between. But the problem is right now our team lacks depth. We don't have quality depth in attack. We can only rely on Benzema, Vinicius, Rodrigo, and Asensio. Hazard or Mariano are total bumps. Anyone knows that they are totally waste of space right now. So Ancelotti doesn't rely on them. So we will have to rely on these four forwards for throughout this really busy period in our schedule. So we will have to take care of their physical shape really well, because even if one of them goes down for a limited amount of time, it will put a huge strain on our team, because then Valverde will be needed to deploy on the right wing once more, where he doesn't play that great, um, where he's not compatible, where his influence really decreases in the team. So, and in midfield, we have a quality depth, to be honest. Even though when Chouameni is not available, we don't have a natural DM, but in midfield, we have the required, to be honest, depth. So I'm not worried about our midfield. The other worry in our squad is in the fullback areas. With Vasquez injured, I think he's not coming back until March, and Mendy is not coming back until April. So in those fullback areas, we right now have only Carvajal and Nacho. I think for the right back position, Nacho is a makeshift right back. He's not a natural right back. And in the left back position, Alaba hasn't been playing a left back for Real Madrid, so he will have to transition to that left back role in this Real Madrid team because we don't have any other option. Carlo Ancelotti doesn't trust Odriozola, and we have been playing our one of our most talented midfielders as a left back because Carlo Ancelotti doesn't want to give any kind of minutes to Odriozola. If Odriozola was trusted, he would be playing right back tonight, and Nacho would be playing left back. So that's the kind of team squad we have in some positions, mainly in attack and in fullback areas. I think in defense, at least, we have Rudiger, Militao, Alaba, Nacho, and Vallejo. I don't think Vallejo is that terrible. It's just he's not getting his opportunities. He's the fifth choice center back. I feel a little bit bad for Vallejo and Odriozola, but that's Carlo Ancelotti's decision to not give any kind of minutes to them. And we have some really talented players in Castilla like Sergio Arribas, Nico Paz, Vinicius Tobias, and the new Spanish striker that we brought from Bayer Leverkusen earlier during the window. Those are the options that sometimes Carlo Ancelotti might be able to use if we are in a really troublesome position. So we'll have to wait and see. So the next match is on Sunday against Mallorca in La Liga. It's an away match. Hopefully, we win this match and get those 3 points. After that, it will be Club World Cup. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, kindly like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time. Have a good day, night, wherever you were. Hala Madrid.